Am I all balls?
Joel, if you have to ask, it's not a good question. We'll get into Joel Klatt and some huge news for my former colleague and the guy that I made. Let's be honest, I made him. We'll get into that, plus some crazy, annoying fans for the New York Knicks. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's going to ruin your cinematic future, okay? If you do know what I'm talking about, I know, right? So irritating. Plus, so much more coming up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button wherever you're consuming this, and if you can, give it a nice review wherever you're slamming this down your ear holes. Okay, wherever you're doing that. But I do know this, guys. Let's jump into the sports section.
Going deep, tight ends and long balls.
He starts to come and then he pulls out.
Oh, gross!
It's sports with DeHuff.
I gotta be honest. One of my worst intros ever. You're welcome. Guys, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but it came out, and a lot of sports stations are talking about this. And it's funny because when this first started being popular to talk about, I thought it was dumb. But now the more I've been around athletes, I realize this is great. Great. The Madden 26 player ratings came out just the other day. And the big thing is all the players think that they're in the what's called the 99 club. The players that are rated a perfect 99. Nobody can get 100. Back in the day, they used to do 100. At one point, friend of the show, Mark Schlereth, was a 99. But it was when it went up to 100. But that just tells you the greatness that he once was. But anyway, so the 99 club came out. There's only 4 players that showed up on the 99 club. As of right now, Myles Garrett, which he just got traded to the Rams, which, by the way, he's in the 99 club, but he hasn't played past 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time in a long time. So we don't know. He might go, once the sun's going down, he might turn into a real shitty player. We don't know. We don't know. 99 when the sun's out. Jamar Chase, also 99. Josh Allen, 99. I'm kind of torn on that one. And Lane Johnson, also 99. The big one from the Denver Broncos, I was like, what is Patrick Surtain? I think that was most of ours. Patrick Surtain, 97. That's not bad. That's enough to give him fuel to piss him off, to elevate his game even more. Okay? I know that sounds silly to some people, but if you're at your job, whatever it is, if you got rated lower than somebody that you think that you're better than, and everybody was aware of those numbers, that's going to piss you off, and it should make you grind a little harder to prove that whoever made this list is a dumb motherfucker. Right? Let's see. I asked who was missing on Facebook. Will wrote in JSN. He's at a 95. Richie wrote in Justin Jefferson. Come on, buddy. I'm guessing Richie is a big fan of Justin Jefferson because he only rated at a 94. Not bad. But for both of those guys, and actually add in Surtain, that's just going to push you to be better, okay? When you look at quarterbacks, let's focus on the AFC West. The number one quarterback in the AFC West, not too big of a shock. Patrick Mahomes came in at a 92. Justin Herbert of the Chargers, 89. Bo Nix, 81. What do you think, Broncos country? Is that a fair assessment? Listen, as much as I love Bo Nix, yeah, I'm fine with that. And if he's a big video gamer and if that pisses him off, sure. Okay. Get into the 90s then, Bo. Light it up this year. Geno Smith. I guess Geno's going to be the starter. He's going to be he's a 70. Come on, Raiders. The thing that bugs me about the Raiders is they're so shitty that I could see this season all of a sudden that they're a problem. And that, I don't know, maybe I'm thinking too much. Other key mentions: Garrett Bowles, 96. Quinn Miniras, 95. Mike McGlinchey, 82. Luke Wattenberg, 78. Looking on defense, Nick Bonito. Oh, big burrito Bonito, 91. Okay. And you know what? That might piss him off a little bit. Come next season, he might be a 97. Hufunga, 88. I'll say this real quick. Cortland Sutton, 87. J.K. Dobbins, 83. Zach Allen, 87. Alex Singleton, 84. And he only has one testicle. So, whoa. Whoa. This is the one thing that stood out to me. I was like, who has the lowest awareness? Because they grade like speed, agility, injury resistance, and then awareness. Guess who has the worst awareness on the Denver Broncos? Nate Atkins. He only has an awareness of 52. I'm just saying, it's just funny to me. I'd be pissed. That's the one rating that I'd be like, come on, guys, really? I'm at 52? Fuck everybody else. The kicker was better than me? Oh, fuck. Oh, that sucks. But again, if you're not in the 99 club, or if you're just rated below what you think you should be, that's just a chip to put on your shoulder. Use it. Use it. I don't care if you get it tattooed on your arm. Oh, they said I'm only a awareness of 52. You better not be dumb after that. Don't say any dumb things, Nate. Don't. We're like, that awareness, not too far off. Was it? I guess this goes in the sports category. Tom Brady, legendary quarterback, soon to be Hall of Famer, right? Just, annoyingly chiseled, can date any lady he wants on the fucking planet, right? That guy unveiled his latest business venture on Monday, and he launched a premium coconut water brand called Good Nut in partnership with Gopuff. Good Nut. Is that really the best you could come up with? And all it made me think of is that scene from freaking Ted 2 when they're trying to extract from Tom Brady.
2 league MVPs, 4 Super Bowl rings, guaranteed first ballot Hall of Famer. Now let's get my hand job into this red Solo cup.
It's good stuff. Hey, that stuff happens, That stuff happens.
All units, we have a 317 on Maple Drive. Area units, please respond.
What's a 317? Someone's trying to steal Tom Brady's jizz again. Really? Welcome to Boston, kid.
Welcome to Boston, kid. Everybody's trying to jack off Tom Brady. But going back to his jizz drink, I get it. The play off of coconut. And Tom Brady swears by coconut water. That's part of his health routine. He's a health nut. But come on, Good Nut. Here's the thing. Are you going to buy it if it's a reasonable price? Are you going to buy it because it's Tom Brady's thing and it's funny and it says Good Nut? Like, hey guys, guess what? I'm chugging a Good Nut. Not your first time, Todd. Not your first time. Oh, shut up, buddy. Right? Are you going to do that? Or are you going to buy it because it's Tom Brady endorsed and whatever? I don't think I could buy that and take it seriously. I don't know what the price point is on it, but the thing is, whatever. He'll make $1 million off of it. People will buy it. All the high end people will buy it and be like, I'm drinking Tom Brady's Good Nut. Okay. Just drink it cold because all I've heard is a warm, good nut ain't that good, okay? All right. You know what I mean. That's just a little, I feel like it's a little too gimmicky. Like, it's okay to be gimmicky at times, but you got to worry. And listen, I've heard of much worse gimmicky product names. I'm not going to say them here, but eventually the gimmicky gets in the way of sales. I don't know if that will get too much in the way of sales, but it's at least spreading the word a little quicker because it's good nut. It's not like it's like jizz down your throat. Like, hey, pop open a jizz nut. Nothing like that. Man, I really want to say the one that irks me that I was just like, where I even told the guy, I was like, is this too gimmicky? No. But then when I talk to everybody, I'm like, oh, it's a good product. It just has this gimmicky name. They're like, yeah, I don't think I'd buy it because of the name. So first of all, would you buy a 6-pack or whatever it comes in of good nut? If you're into coconut water, yeah? Are you going to feel shameful if you have it? I don't know. I don't think it's that bad. But that being said, I think it's just enough. Just enough. Former Denver Bronco quarterback Paxton Lynch. We nicknamed him Paxton the Pirate. Yar, I be Paxton the Pirate. Yar, I be Paxton Lynch. Yar. Right? Because when you look at him, he has that goatee that looks like a Disney pirate. You know, the Bucky the Pirate or whatever, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers old logo, he looks almost identical to him, at least in my head, okay? But anyway, that's how he got Paxton the Pirate. Paxton the Pirate is the only quarterback to ever be benched in the NFL, CFL, XFL, and UFL. Listen, he's accomplished a lot more than I have on the football field, as much as I want to bag on him. Yar, that'd be a sad day when you got benched by all those leagues. But don't worry there, Paxton the Pirate, or yar. There's always a place for you, Paxton, at the Red Lobster on 104th in Huron, yar. I be Paxton Lynch. Camacho 2028 wrote, good for him. They must have thought he had enough potential to be signed by multiple franchises. Yeah, you know what, Camacho 2028? I don't think so. I don't think that's the angle. You listen, he's just being positive. That's all. That's all. Don't bag on the man for looking at the silver lining. The silver lining, Paxton, is you could be going to work at Red Lobster and getting those garlic butter biscuits on a reg, man. Those are fucking delicious, by the way. I know that Red Lobster's revamping their look and all that stuff. Never, for the love of God, never do anything in regards to those garlic butter biscuits, because those are made by the heavens. Those are delicious. You can find that recipe, by the way, side note. You can find that recipe online. We did it once, and they were delicious. Notice I said I did it once. It's just too much work. Probably not healthy for you either. It was interesting. I follow, especially from all my years working in Denver sports media, I follow a lot of people, different reporters and stuff from around the globe, but mostly around the U.S. And when I'm looking at some people that I know from the Cleveland area, they retweeted a bunch of stuff, and there was a Twitter poll. Who do you want to win the Browns QB competition? Deshaun Watson or Shedeur Sanders? Now, at the time, there was like 200 votes, something like that. It was 90% to 10%. That 90%, Shedeur Sanders. I don't know if that's a legitimate Cleveland thought process. If you're out in Cleveland, you got to let me know. Or if you're closer, like I pay attention, but not that close. Is that what the fans want in Cleveland? Is Shedeur Sanders, or do they want Deshaun Watson? Listen, I get Deshaun Watson is tainted by his whole. He's a predator when it comes to massage therapy. Shouldn't laugh because he's fucking gross. But also, I look at it as he's the more experienced quarterback. But do you guys see enough potential in Shedeur that you're like, yeah, let's ride with him? Ugh. I don't know. If you subtract Deshaun, yeah, I would be fine to see, and I feel like it would be justified to see Shedeur Sanders out there leading the way for the Browns. But as everything I've seen, Deshaun's the better option for the Browns, unless they see something deep inside him and they're like, no, he's about to explode onto the NFL in his second year. So we'll see. My old buddy Joel Klatt, former CU Buff quarterback, former what would you say? He did analysis for the Colorado Rockies, used to be the co-host for Evans and Klatt, all that stuff. I made him to what he is now. He doesn't know it. But I did. Well, anyway, my guy Joel Klatt is officially the voice of college football 27. I think that's freaking amazing. EA Sports, you made a great decision by making him the voice. He's a wonderful talent. Great human being, funny as shit, does a great Harry Carey impression. I keep meaning to get him on, but I don't. He's one of those guys. He's kind of like Alfred. You got to get him at the right time. Otherwise, it's like, especially with Klatt, I mean, he's all over the place doing so many different things. But anyway, I was thinking about it. I'm like, Klatt, that's great. He's going to be the voice. So that means he's probably already done it, or he's about to do it. If he's about to do it, I feel like I need to get into his ear and just, put him back to his roots. Joel, you got to do some sort of, special soundbite, like when somebody does something fantastic, right? Like, oh my God, that was an amazing hit. Or that was just an amazing comeback win by this team, blah, 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 blah. And obviously, Scotty, let me do this one. Basically, he needs to go back to when I made Joel Klatt a household name. Excuse me, I'm getting a little emotional. I am. Joel Klatt needs to add this to his arsenal of sound drops for this college football 27. He needs to add, my God, that fella was all balls, right? Get that in there. Because I know, Scotty, you have that sound bite of him, of Clatty, saying that from several years ago. I think he needs to work on his all balls. Could you play that real quick?
Am I all balls?
Yeah, he can't do that. He's like questioning, oh, wait, do I have balls? No, not when you sound like that, son of a bitch. Yeah, I agree. Klatt, you got to add in, oh my God, that was all balls. Something like that. Okay? Holy shit. You can't say that, but you can say that was all balls. Don't you think that would be fantastic? Then I would get like, some residuals. I'd get some checks, I would think. I'm the one that came up with it. Fuck. Joel. He'd be like, I don't know where I came up with it. It just came to me. And I just said, oh, that fella's all balls. And I'd be sitting there crying, God damn it, Joe. Do you not remember your roots? You son of a bitch. I don't know. I'm kind of veering off. I am. But here's the thing, guys. Remember when we had Chad Brown on here? And it was funny because we didn't talk one lick of football. We talked about snake safety. Right? Because Chad is all about reptiles and stuff like that. But Chad does a lot of play-by-play, and not to the level of Joel Klatt, but I think Chad very well could be up there because he does a great job. He has great insight. But just like with Chad, where I'm like, I take such pride, whether they give a shit or not, but as somebody that worked with them when they were coming up, and believe it or not, especially like with Chad, like working with him in a production room and coaching him on how to use his voice and stuff, I take great pride in that. And then I see Joel Klatt. I see this news about Joel Klatt being the voice of College Football 27. And the first thing that popped in my head, no joke, is a memory of Joel when he was covering the Rockies, because he was doing analysis, pre- and post-game host for the Colorado Rockies. He had just got in from wherever the Rockies were playing. He walks into the control room door at, say, 5:55, something like that, with a cup of coffee in his hand. He's barely able to keep his eyes open. Plops down in front of the computer. And but like as he walked into the control room, he's like, "Hey, Dove, what's up?" I'm like, "Oh my God, how are you walking?" Like he was exhausted. And then he cracks open the microphone and he's just like, "Hey, everybody, blah, blah, blah." Like, how in the hell? What the hell's in that coffee? It's amazing. So I just see the professionalism and the growth that he's had, and it makes me feel good. But it's like I have these great memories of Joel Klatt, and now, listen, you might go, "Oh, it's just that. It's just a bit." Fuck, man. I would love to be a voice on a video game. I don't know what video game it would be, but I would love to do that. That's a huge accomplishment. Anybody that has grown up with video games, would you not shit yourself if you were all of a sudden a voice? What? Why what? You have your hand up. My son.
I have a video game you could do.
What would the video game voice be? Here, speaking into the microphone. What would it be?
I could see you being an announcer for like a fighting game.
Fighting, yes. Round 1, fight. Oh, he hit him! He hit him hard! All right, the wiener. That's what I could do. Good call, Jackson. Good job. I don't know if you could hear that. He was like afraid to get into the microphone. Here, seriously. He's like standing next to me with his hand raised, like he's in class. "Dad, can I speak?" I'm like, "Go ahead." And he's like, "That'll be fun." You're like, "With the right. Look, and that's an uppercut right to the." I was gonna say the dick, but like I already said that. Like who's fighting? It's dirty fighting. That'd be fun. Listen, if anybody out there works for a gaming company and you're looking for a voiceover, let me know. I do that on the side, not for video games. I haven't got that call yet, but I want that call. I want it. Hell, I'll be one for an app. Be like, "You won nothing. You won nothing. This isn't real money. It's not real money. It's not." But guess what? Guess what you won? Loneliness, because your family doesn't like you anymore because all you do is sit there on the couch like a lump on a log playing this stupid gambling game. Congratulations. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. I could do that. I could do it. Just give me a call. Give me a call. Speaking of NFL, going back to the NFL, this broke yesterday. A record deal was made as the Kansas City Chiefs are adding 2 years to Patrick Mahomes' contract, tying him to Kansas City through 2033 at a value of just over $504 million, making it the first NFL deal valued at over $500 million. Here's the thing. I dislike Patrick Mahomes because he's in the AFC West. If he was all of a sudden in the NFC, I'd be like, yeah, that's fucking great. They had a bad year this last year, the Chiefs did. I don't expect them to have 2 bad years in a row. Travis Kelce's got to try to prove his worth to his girlfriend, or excuse me, fiance. I forgot her name, Taylor Swift. Which, by the way, they're getting married in the middle of Manhattan. Fuck you guys. Jesus. Everybody, look at us. Look at us. Look at us. If you guys really loved each other, you wouldn't invite anybody and you'd go get married at a courthouse. Just saying. Just saying. Mahomes, as long as they bounce back, which I expect they will, put money on it. Patrick Mahomes comes back. The Chiefs have a good year. Will they take the division? Well, it's Denver's division to lose. So it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a great year in the AFC West. And don't count out the Chargers. Chargers are a beast. The Raiders are that wild card. I don't know what they are. They're an enigma. What do you get with the Raiders? We don't know yet. So as of right now, it's the Broncos division to lose. But even though the Chiefs didn't make the playoffs this last season, they're fucking pissed about that. And they're going to change that. So that being said, this is a great freaking deal for the Chiefs and Chiefs Kingdom because Patrick Mahomes has that never quit mentality. He got punched in the face this last season. Yes, part of that due to injury. He's going to get back up and he's going to redeem himself. And assuming that comes true, this is a fantastic deal by the Kansas City Chiefs. Fantastic. If you look at the deals right now, the highest paid QBs in the NFL, I just told you Patrick Mahomes at $504 million. Josh Allen, $330 million. Trevor Lawrence, $275 million. Joe Burrow, $275 million. Brock Purdy, $265 million. That's really bizarre. I can appreciate Josh Allen being up there. The other ones, hey, if somebody's going to pay you, they're going to pay you. That's great. Take the money and run, bro. Brock Purdy. Although, whatever. Joe Burrow is the one stealing money right now. The Jaguars, looking at the Jaguars, they got a phenomenal defense. If they can let the dust settle on their roster and everything like that, they could be representing the AFC in the Super Bowl. Just saying. I haven't gone through it all. Once I see some preseason, maybe regular season game, that might change. But if I'm not going with the Broncos right now, I'm leaning on the Jaguars. Okay. Moving on to basketball. While being interviewed by Time, LeBron James was asked about who the GOAT was. And not surprisingly, he said, I'm not taking nobody over me. God, he's such a wordsmith. He's I'm not taking nobody over me. No question. Okay. That's what I would expect. And then he adds on, but I think Mike will say the same thing. Rest his soul, Kobe would say the same thing. Magic would say the same thing. Bird will say the same thing. Shaq could say the same thing. The late, great Wilt. Kareem. I don't think none of us are going to take somebody else. And as much as I don't like LeBron James, I love that he followed up with that. I know the headline's going to be, I'm not taking nobody over me. Sorry. I screwed up his quote. But that's going to be the headline. But what's missing is him saying that we all think we're the greatest. As far as Jordan, Kobe, Bird, etc., all those guys. And that's what a champion mindset is. You go out there and you believe you're the greatest. You go out there and kind of like Patrick Mahomes, he got punched in the face this last season. If he truly is the greatest or one of the greatest, which you have to put him up there. I have no reason to believe he's not based off of his, past work. He's going to bounce back, and that's what champions do. Is you trip and fall, you pick yourself back up, and you continue to fight. That's what he's got, and that's exactly what all these guys have, and that's what LeBron James is referring to, is they're the GOATs for a reason. You can have the debate till you're blue in the face. It's a different NBA for all those eras. The LeBron James era, it's a different NBA, but he certainly is the GOAT of the LeBron James era. And then same with Kobe. I wouldn't say Shaq, but Shaq is up there. But that's exactly what I would want somebody that, if you have the championship mentality, if you have the GOAT mentality, the GOAT is you believe you are the greatest of all time. Kids, if you want to be great at something, you have to believe it. But you have to stay humble and realize greatness is not given, greatness is earned, and you have to go out there and earn it every single night, every single practice, and every single time you have an opportunity to work on your craft. Outside of practice, outside of game time. That's what the greats do. Do you think LeBron James just shows up and plays games and just shows up to the designated practice? No, he's continuing to work. A great example of somebody that has that mentality, but isn't in that conversation, but goddamn, he has that mentality. Aaron Gordon of the Denver Nuggets. He built a basketball court in his home. And guess what he does in the offseason? He is constantly working. That's a championship mentality. That's a GOAT mentality. Just because you have that GOAT mentality, though, doesn't mean it's going to be, it's not going to manifest into you're the greatest of all time. But it is going to get you to your greatest level. Okay? You might not be the best in the league, but if you can play the best to your ability, you're the GOAT of you. It sounds weird, sounds very preachy, but whatever. Fuck you. Okay? I have a lot of respect for LeBron James based off of what he followed up that with. Like I said, everybody's going to run with the headline. And everybody's going to be like, no way, Michael Jordan's so much better, or Kobe was better, shit like that. Okay, I get it. But the way he follows up, I like it. I like it. Speaking of things I like, let's jump into the mailbag.
Mailbag. You've got mail.
All right, this comes in from Seth, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the Knicks Spurs. If the Knicks win the championship, how many celebrities and which celebrities will act like they won and will end up buying a championship ring? Oh, that's funny. I know there's going to be a lot of people, because I was watching the game last night. The Spurs were up by, 29 points at one point and end up, losing the game. So the series is 3-1. Knicks are leading the way. Spurs, you're not going to win the series. You're not. You had an opportunity to tie the series, and then you literally shit it away because you didn't do the smart thing. You kept getting greedy and trying to hit the threes. That's fine. It's fine. You guys were hitting them at first. You were. But you got to take the easy bucket. When you're up that high, you got to take the easy bucket. Make them get, desperate and start hitting the threes to try to, make up ground. You didn't need to do that. That's you guys being dumb. That's bad coaching, and bad on-court IQ. It was driving me nuts. I'm like, why are you doing this? Take the easy buckets, okay? You had control, and then you got greedy, and you were like, let's just see if we can get 50 on them. No, you should have tried to hold on to your lead. Because what's a huge problem in sports at all levels is you get lazy when you get the lead. Things I tell the baseball team. We get a massive lead. You have to hold on to this lead. Look at that dugout over there. They don't like what's happening right now. They want to fight to take back the lead. They want the W. Do you want the W? Do you want it more than them? If so, you got to keep the gas pedal down. You have to. You can't let up. Once you let up, that's when you get punched in the face. And next thing you know, you're stumbling all over the place. And then you're the fucking Spurs and you lose. That's on coaching and that's on the leadership on the court. Terrible. Terrible. Embarrassing. Not as embarrassing to go back to what Seth was saying is like which celebrities are going to act like they won and which celebrities are going to end up buying a championship ring because they feel like that they were participants. Okay? The only one that I would be fine with doing that is Spike Lee. Listen, you might hate him or whatever. That dude has been a diehard in the front of the camera New York Knicks fan as long as I can remember. Okay? He's been there through it all. And he didn't shy away when the Knicks were struggling. He was there. So if anybody would be receiving an honorary championship ring, I'd say give it to Spike Lee. Okay? Not that they have to, but if they did, I'd be like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. But you see the other famous people on the sidelines. There's that lady from that detective, L.A. Law. Is it L.A. Law? I don't know. I don't watch TV that much anymore. That one lady, and I can't remember her name. She has dark hair, shortish hair. She's there. She's a huge fan. Get a little tired of it. Ben Stiller. Him and his wife are there. Tracy Morgan. Tracy Morgan's funny. I don't see Tracy Morgan acting like he won. Although he might buy a ring just to be funny. And because he has a bunch of disposable income. You see Chris Rock out there. He's not going to buy a ring. He'll buy a hat and a t-shirt. Sure. Larry grew up in Brooklyn. But I don't see him being a guy that goes out there and buys a ring. No. That's not his mentality. He doesn't do that. So you got all those guys. But there's one name missing. And it's the most annoying motherfucker on the goddamn planet right now. To the point where I don't want to watch any of his movies now. Not that that's going to hurt his career. Like, oh no, Scott DeHuff's never going to watch a movie of his or mine. Now, I'll probably watch it, but I'll be honest. It'll be one of those things where if I watch it, I'm like, God, I just want to punch the TV. That guy has such a punchable face now. Timothy Chalamet. Okay? He's banging one of the Jenner sisters, whichever one, right? He acts like he's out there on the court. It's annoying too because we talked about this the other day and Team Pato was responding on Spotify about it too, about how it sucks for all these diehard fans that can't afford to go to a Knicks game because ticket prices are in the like what was it the other day? The last tickets that were in like nosebleed were like $6,000 for one, stuff like that. But but what's annoying to me is I'm not seeing true fans. I'm seeing a bunch of celebrities because that's what sells on the network. They're like, get more of Timothy Chalamet or whatever his fucking name is. The true fans aren't being represented as far as Knicks fans go, and it's sad because there's a lot of great Knicks fans out there that have been desperate for this. And it's not like that they're like, oh, I don't care if we're front and center. Yes, I get that. You're all about the team. But what's annoying is your fan base is being represented by a douchebag in way too baggy clothes that thinks his shit don't stink. And he probably has a baby arm holding an apple for a hog between his legs, and that's why the Jenner sisters are all about him. I don't know. But the thing is, it just drives me nuts when the game's over, the Knicks win, and he's jumping all over the place like, oh, shit, that was so close. It's dude, I get it. You're a fan. You're a fan, yes. But you didn't do jack shit. I don't know. Maybe that's just me overthinking it. But the point that I'm getting to is it's heightened by the cameras. It's heightened by the media. I'd rather see a bunch of Knick fans celebrating than the celebrities. But I know that's what sells. Post game, you see Larry David chumming it up with Jerry Seinfeld. He's another one that's out there and blah, blah, blah. That's great. I want to see the fans. And right now, Knicks fans have a stench attached to them, and that stench is Timothy Chalamet. Okay? Stinks. Stinks. Looks sweaty. Ugh. Gross. Cameron wrote in, how much of the World Cup have you watched, DeHuff? I haven't watched anything. The only thing I saw, Cameron, was I think, yeah, this is for the World Cup. Coors came out with the taller boy. It's a really long can of beer that you can buy on their website, their shop. If you go to CoorsLight.com or whatever, then they have a Coors Light shop or something like that. They have the taller boy. It's a can, regular as far as girth of a can, but it's 3 cans long. So you get the taller boy that's 3 beers worth. I don't know what the price is. But then I think I posted that on Facebook, and I was like, who could drink this? I don't think I could. Guys, I'm like a 1 beer and done guy now. I am not a drinker anymore. Ugh. There was something the other day, and I'm like, I think I only got like a half a beer that I could handle right now. And I get all dehydrated and get a headache for the rest of the day. I'm good. I don't want to be snoring too much tonight because Lord knows if I drink a full beer, that's what's going to happen. All that barley, I must be allergic. Another thing that I saw was Miller, which is owned by the same company, I believe, as Coors. I think it's Molson Coors. Is that right? Something like that. Anyway, this is kind of cool. They have a soccer ball. I think it's slightly larger than an actual soccer ball. But there's 12 slots that you can stick in beer cans. And it's like a little cooler. And it keeps them nice and cool. And that's the thing. It's weird, gimmicky, but I kind of like it. It's kind of cool. I'll post the picture of this on the video version. I think it's neat. It's creative. Would I buy one? No. I believe that soccer ball costs roughly $30. If it's even available anymore. I don't know if it is. But I know the Coors Light Taller Boy is. If you're in college and you want to get liquored up, you know everybody's going to be showing up with a taller boy. But you got to slam that because otherwise it's like drinking Tom Brady's good nut. You got to drink it while it's cold. Otherwise, you just feel dirty. You dirty. Anyway, it was a weird show. It was. There's a lot going on in the sports world. I haven't been able to do it. We've been, spending time as a family, just doing stuff around here. It's been crazy and some good, some bad. But ultimately, we're having a good summer, I think, overall. Guys, that's it for sports. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, supporting the show, making this the #1 comedy podcast in the state of Colorado. Next episode is going to be crazy, funny news. I will say this. I saw that on Million Podcasts is a platform that ranks and measures different categories of podcasts. I like it because they'll put you in a weird category. You're like, oh. So speaking of that, weird, as of, I think it was June 5th, they don't update it all the time. We'll see if it moved anytime soon. This show was ranked in the United States number 8 for weird news podcasts. I like that. I like it. I posted that. Then my wife wrote on Instagram, oh, only number 8 or something like that. Or she said it like, what, not number 1? I'm like, God dang. I think she just peed on my parade. She pooped in my Cheerios. What is going on? That's not cool. Not cool. Anyway, guys, have an amazing day. I really do appreciate you. Try to be a positive person. Project, kindness out there. Yeah, I think we'll be good. Have an amazing day. Let's keep moving forward. I'll talk to you next time.